Hi everybody and welcome to another AI tutorial video here on our channel, and today we are going to create restorations of historical photos. Now, I know from the search a little bit that people use AI or want to use AI to recreate or restore historical photos, maybe old photos from their from the analog times, old pictures that are already lost colors, that degraded a little bit. They have scanned it and now they want to have some kind of digital restoration. And thanks to us and our created tool MuseBoard, it is pretty simple to do so. Now to do this, we simply go on app.musemachine.ai and sign in our toolkit, and each restoration costs around 5 credits and 50 credits are for free when you join it. Now here, if you are, for example, a company or an agency, you can also create your own wallet for your organization. Now I have my MuseMachine wallet here. You can also create a personal one, really depends how you would like to do it. The organization wallet has the advantage that you have shared credits, so you can share your credits with your colleagues. So if you're, for example, even a photo restoration company, then you can simply load in your credits and share them with all your colleagues. So it's not like everybody has to have their own individual expensive subscription. Every account is for free and you simply share the credits. We create a new board and we call it photo restoration, maybe something like this, and create the board. Now let's zoom out a little bit. And what we need is, of course, a historical picture. So what should we take? Well, in our case, I took one of the early pictures from Abraham Lincoln, and you can see that this is already pretty degraded. There's not a lot of colors. It's not colors at all. It's black and white. So there will be some interpretation from the AI. We have the background that's also pretty scratched. And yeah, we can simply use this image now here with our editing prompt window below to restore the image. But I would suggest we have something like a previous picture and afterwards picture next to each other. And instead of having only one picture to restore, we can in MuseBoard restore up to 4 images at once. Actually, even more if you copied it again. So what we can do now is we can create 4 images, mark them here, make them here as a square, and put them next to our original. Now what we write here is a simple prompt. We literally want the AI to do something, namely restore the photo. You don't have to write photos because each image is provided to the AI individually. And then you can also add some styling, for example. So for example, if you want to have more HDR, certain colors or so, you can even write something like an iPhone style, for example. Just click on the generate button and then the AI takes a few moments to generate all the images that are then popping up step by step in your canvas. So we have our images, and I would suggest let's zoom in a little bit to see if we have certain artifacts. Now we see here on the original image, this part here is part of a desk or something. And to be honest, I mean, this is a very highly degraded photo here on this certain part. So it can be even interpreted as a very long finger. In our case, it doesn't look like so, but we still have to be aware of that. Now, especially also the hands and stuff, we see that these colors are maybe not well saturated, so it's still a little bit black and white. And so I would suggest to remove this one first. Now this image looks also pretty decent, also with the desk. So we have also some colors here. Oops. And then we have here maybe some interpretation of the background. Looks like a bed or something. Also here it looks like a bed. Now the good thing is, now if we see, maybe we take the left image, it's a little bit almost oversaturated, but the good thing about our MuseBoard tool is that we can take this image here and edit it further. So for example, we can say, okay, remove the background and make it, for example, diffuse white, something like that. So we have restored the image, so the face looks now a little bit better. Maybe we have some artifacts here in the finger, here, because of course here we see it has some movement. It's a long time exposure. So Abraham Lincoln was probably wobbling with his fingers a little bit, most likely. And also, but the face looks pretty decent. Also here the fingernails a little bit too short, but now with the editing capabilities, we can simply go further and further and further and see how the editing improves our image more and more. And when this image is being finished, I will show you something that also helps us to track different changes to go to our final result. And here we are now with our diffuse white backgrounds. It's a little bit too much maybe, so you can say, I would like to have it more, less aggressive, so to speak. So we can go here to the view history part and we see all the edits we conducted on our original image. So the newest ones are in the top and the other ones here are at the bottom. So we can redrag this image, for example, the one we had here. And then, for example, give it a second try. Or we can also say, well, replace the background with a diffuse set of, let's say, gray colors. Yeah, this is something we could, for example, also do to have a comparison how it looks like. Now, the good thing is we are pretty flexible. Everything is stored. The entire history is stored, so no data is lost. Yeah, of course, the original image on the left-hand side and all our edits here in our history section. And of course, with AI, sometimes the faces, they appear sometimes a little bit too, how to say it, a little bit too shiny. So we can also maybe later add a feature to add some Gaussian noise or something like that to give it more a granular analog look. Now here in this case, it even removed now also the small desk. And now we have here our final gray diffuse image background. Now it removed now the table a little bit because, well, it's also pretty difficult to see what's in there. If it's a table or a wall, we don't really know the settings based on the image, also not what's in the background. I mean, now you can also use the editing model to add something here with this arm or put his arm to a rest so that we also edit it a little bit better. We can also download the image now and add some more kind of filtering to remove a little bit the shiny look. Now, if you want to download these things, of course, you can simply download it as a PNG with a black background or so, also with some padding. It's really up to you. And in the settings, you can take a look and see how to remove the watermark, or otherwise you just simply cut it out afterwards. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and until next time.